In this section, we will talk about if, elif, else ladder. The elif statement enables us to check multiple conditions and execute the specific block of statements depending upon the true condition among them. We can have any number of elif statements in our program depending upon our need. However, using elif is optional. The elif statement works like an if-else-if ladder statement in C. It must be succeeded by an if statement. Here, a user can decide among multiple options. The if statements are executed from the top down. As soon as one of the conditions controlling the if is true, the statement associated with that if is executed, and the rest of the ladder is bypassed. If none of the condition is true, then the final else statement will be executed. So now let's take an example with a flowchart. It will be more easier for you. In this picture, you can see that we have a condition 1. If the condition 1 is true, then it will execute the block of code which is present for the condition 1, and after the execution of this block, it will go to the end and it will bypass all other conditions. And if the condition 1 is false, then it will again check condition 2, which is part of else if or elif, and if it will be evaluated as true, then it will go to the block of elif statement and it will go to the end and it will bypass all other conditions. If there will be a condition 3, 4, 5, 6 or n, then it will bypass all the conditions. It will go to that particular block and it will, after the execution of that block, it will go to the end. Likewise, if in the condition 2 it will be false, then it will check another condition that is present in elif, and if it will be evaluated as true, then it will execute particular block and it will go to the end, and if that will be false, it will go to the else part. And you can see here that condition n, that means here we tried to say that there can be a multiple conditions inside it. That means there can have condition 3, 4 like this type of ladder. If no condition will be matched, then it will go to this last else statement, and after the execution of this particular block, it will go to the end. This is how the program will execute in elif statement. Now we'll move to the coding section and I'll show you syntax with example. Here you can see that we have a syntax of elif or if, elif, else ladder, and we started with a if and condition, and if that condition will be true, it will go to the statement under the if and it will bypass the else if condition and it will go to the end of the code. Let's say condition 1 and this condition is 2. If this condition will be false, then it will go to the elif and it will check the condition 2, and if the condition will be true, then it will execute this statement and it will go to the end and it will bypass all the elif if there will be any. For example, if we will have condition 3 like this, then if it will be false, then it will again go to this elif and it will check for the condition 3. So like this, you can have many number of conditions or elif branches or the ladders like this. So for the simplicity, we are mentioning only 3 here, and at last it will go to the else part and it will check for the statement and it will execute the block of code with what we have in the else block, then it will go to the end of the program. So let's take an example, then it will be easy to understand. Here you can see that we have a variable I and the value of I is 20, and here we are checking one condition. If I equal to 10, then it will print that I is 10 and it will eliminate all these parts and it will go to the end of the program. If this condition will be false, then it will go to the else elif part, and it will check again if the value of I is equals to 15 or not. And if it will be true, then it will print that this part, and it will eliminate all these lines. And if this will be false, it will go to this part and it will check again this condition, I equals to 20 or not. If this will be true, then it will print, and this part will be bypassed or eliminated by the program. So here you can see that we have the value of I is 20. Now I am changing this value to 10 to check that all these elif statements are bypassed or not. So please click run button, and you will be able to see that only this statement is printing. So all these elif part is bypass. Again, if you'll give 15 and again run, it will, you will be able to see that this will be not printed because this is false, and it will go to this part, this condition, and now it matches, and for that one it is printing this part, this statement, and it is eliminating all these parts. Again, if you'll change the value of I to 20, then you can see that this statement will be printed. And if the value of I will be not matched with any condition, it will go to the else part. That is, we can say that this is a default condition. Then it will go to this part, that I is not present. So this is how you can use elif ladder to use your program more logical and perspectiveful based on your use case or based on your purpose. So I hope this is clear for you. If you have any question, you can write comment below the program. If you are not understanding any concept in this section, you can repeat the video again and try to understand it. So that's it for today. See you in the next part. Till then, take care and bye bye.